On the line. Sadago and away they go, and racing where Sakura Japan slightly slower of the mark, and racing immediately is Don't Mind If I Do. That commences run well on the bit along together with him on the outside. Now also picking up the pace on the outside too. There is Confit who's putting on the pressure at the early part of the race. And then amidst in that division two, picking up his Limbs Pershing along together with him on the outside too. One that's covering ground there, wide out. In fact, now picking up the pace is Maybe, who's in the midfield division, and heading back into the rear is Zavatir, and Condado is at the tail end of the field, and together with Sakura Japan. They come around the turn now, heading at this point of the race, and up in front could be there is Lead General, who has the advantage now at this point of the race. Along the outside is Confit throwing up the challenge together with Limbs Pershing, and then down the inside is Don't Mind If I Do together with him, Samantha and Prince. They head for home, and just down together with the Lead General having the advantage there from Confit, who's pouring the pressure. Then along the inside is Limbs Pershing now picking up the pace. Samantha and Prince is trying to get off the ground, and also wide out there is Condado with a late bid at this point of the race with Elusive Genius. Right along is Limbs Pershing. Right there is Condado. Limbs Pershing, Condado, they're going to the wire. Limbs Pershing, Condado, they're going to the wire. Pretty close there. Limbs Pershing or Condado at the finish. Could be a very close finish. Then came Elusive Genius. Then back in the field there was Samantha and Prince. Then back there to Avatar, who brought him the rest. Then to Maybe. Along the outside of him there was Sakura Japan. Brought him the rest together with Don't Mind If I Do, Confit in that division too. That was a close one. Condado flew home at the finish with Limbs Pershing. It's going to be close here. Condado just appeared right at the finishing line on the outside. This is a close one. Limbs Pershing and Condado. Inside, outside. Elusive Genius creeping in for the third spot. But it's a matter of who got to the wire. Limbs Pershing or Condado. I think Limbs Pershing just held on from Condado. So Limbs Pershing, I think looking at it, yes, he held on. Limbs Pershing with Jackson Lowe for Simon Danadil. Second was number 11, Condado with CK Cole for S. Siva. And third was number 8, Elusive Genius with Astros Misan for Kevin Kudzi. And fourth was number 2, Samantha and Prince, written by Weiss Sekito. So it's 3-11, 8 and 2. 3-11, 8 and 2. A hit 2 3/4, 2 1/4. Hit 2 3/4, 2 1/4. 123.9. So number 3, Limbs Pershing held on very narrowly there from Condado. Inside and outside, Limbs Pershing, who was handily placed there with the Lead General, who was out there with Confit, who was pouring the pressure. But Limbs Pershing on the inside, Samantha and Prince giving chase, but Limbs Pershing, he got the better of the lot.